echoes in the void. The hum of the vessel's core thrummed like a distant heartbeat, steady and low, echoing through the narrow corridors of the halcyon drift. Silence, thick and unbroken, was the only other companion the courier had as he sat alone in the cockpit. Outside the reinforced glass canopy, the stars spilled endlessly across a canvas of black, not twinkling, but burning, hot, cold, and ancient. They offered no comfort, no guidance, only the illusion of motion in a universe that had long since lost its way. Jace Render leaned forward, elbows resting on the edge of the console, eyes scanning the flickering symbols scrolling across the screen. He wasn't supposed to be this far out, not yet. The delivery route had been carefully programmed to avoid the drift sector, a region thick with gravitational anomalies and the relics of forgotten wars. But something had pulled the halcyon drift off course. Not a navigational error, he was too precise for that. It was a transmission. A beacon. It hadn't broadcast in any known frequency. No identification code. No source. It had simply called. And Jace, for reasons he couldn't quite name, had followed. The signal had come in soft, like a whisper barely audible through layers of static but persistent. There was something unmistakably human about it, something not entirely synthetic. It carried a rhythm, like breathing. Like a voice reaching through the darkness, asking to be heard. His fingers hovered over the playback controls. He had isolated the transmission and cleaned the distortion as best he could, but the message remained elusive. When he played it again, it crackled through the cabin, a low oscillation followed by a pattern of modulated tones. Then silence. And then, barely audible, a name. His name. He stared at the speaker in disbelief, the skin on his arms prickling. No one out here should know his name. He was off-grid, untraceable. That was the whole point of being a courier in the outer zones. The fewer people who knew your identity, the safer you were. And yet, this transmission not only knew him, it was directed at him. Jace exhaled slowly, trying to reason through the irrational dread curling in his gut. Maybe it was a glitch. A remnant of some old encoded message, tangled in the wreckage of a long-lost satellite. Or maybe worse, it was a trap. The last time he ignored his instincts, he'd nearly lost a limb to an automated defense system on a derelict freighter. But this felt different. It wasn't fear of danger that gripped him. It was something deeper. A sense of inevitability. The ship drifted on inertia, sensors sweeping the empty space ahead. The beacon signal led to a patch of the
sample complete. Ready to continue?